Hello to all you new transitions people who have never done notes before. This is the format that they come in. You are going to be listening to me talking through some of the problems that on Alex, a good majority of you were having trouble with. So I've chosen the most needed problems for each section. All right, and you're lucky. In this particular one, there's only 3 problems, and I purposely did that just because we're going to get started. We're going to flip the classroom, and I'm bringing in the majority of the kids back into the classroom because a lot of you have been riding on your 100%. So here we go. All right, the first thing you're going to do is, this particular day is about dealing with fractions and mixed numbers. So there's one with mixed numbers here, this is fractions here, and this is fractions here. Okay, there's one thing I want you to remember, and that is if you hate fractions, okay, to get rid of fractions, there is an awesome little trick. It is multiply by the LCD, least common denominator. Seriously, you can get rid of them and then you don't have to deal with them anymore. So this is how you're going to do this. First of all, you can't deal with mixed numbers. In algebra, we just don't even deal with mixed numbers generally. Just change it to an improper fraction. Okay, and to do that, we're going to go, again, since a lot of you are new to notes, when you're working a problem, work it down. Keep your equal signs lined up as you work down. Okay, show your work on both sides of the equal sign until you get an answer. All right, so here we go. I'll work in green because why not? All right, so I'm going to leave that as is because I'm not going to do anything with it. Okay, but I got to switch this. 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus 3 is 43/5. Okay, great. And here we are. We have u, and if you put u over 1, and then minus 3/4 equals 43/5. Well, that's kind of a pain to deal with. You could just add 3/4 to both sides and then solve for u. I mean, that's a possibility. But and by the way, I didn't need to put this over 1. Just wanted to make sure you knew it was always over 1. A whole number is always over 1. A really cool trick is we're going to multiply by the LCD. And the LCD is 20. Okay, I usually start with a larger number and then just go into multiples. So 5 times 2 is 10. Nope, 4 doesn't go into 10. 5 times 3, 15. Nope, 4 doesn't go into 15. 5 times 4 is 20. Yep, there you go. So 20. So we're going to rewrite the equation showing 20 multiplying by each one of these. Okay, so we're going to go 20. Actually, you know what? You can also show it this way. This is the way I would show it, with parentheses. And since there were quite a few of you that are still struggling with the distributive property, I think I want to do it that way for this problem. All right. When you have a number multiplying by a parentheses quantity, it means times. We read it like this: 20 times. You can hear yourself. 20 times the quantity u minus 3/4. All right. You are going to distribute that 20. That 20 is going to multiply by the u and by the negative 3/4. So we're going to go next line. We're going to go 20 times u minus, and I'm sorry, I don't have enough room. I should have written it a little bit, so I can't keep it quite in line. 20 times 3/4. Do you see that this minus is this minus right here? Okay. Those two are the same ones. We're just working down. Yeah. Equals. Yeah, and I'm sorry, I'm not keeping it in line. Okay. And then we are going to multiply this across. Okay. You could multiply it across and then divide by 5, but because 5 goes into 20, I'm going to say 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 24 times. That's how you cancel a common factor. And then you end up with 4 times 43. You can do that on the side, do it on your calculator. At this point, you guys, you can use calculators for simple math. I think you're faster if you learn how to do it by hand, but honestly, calculator's fine. All right. And so now we've done the right-hand side. So let's do the left-hand side. 20 times u is 20u. Oh, by the way, we could have moved from here to here in this step without writing the distribution element. It's just, it's kind of good to think this way when you get more advanced. Minus 4 goes into 20 5 times. And the 4 goes into 4 once, right? So you're left with the 1 on the bottom, so we got rid of it. Check this out. Look what happened. When we multiplied by the least common denominator, I'm going to get rid of this little blue because it looks like that's 1.5, and that is not a 1.5. Okay. When we multiplied by the least common denominator, look, there are no more fractions. That is the nice thing about this. And you can add 15 to both sides. Okay. 187 equals 20u. And so u is equal to 187 over 20. And that is really ugly. You know what? Nothing you could do about that. It is what it is. So, okay. And then you get your answer. By the way, I will expect you to be able to plug these in to check it. Not for your problems. Obviously, you'll let Alex check you if you want. By the way, they might want you to put it as a mixed number. If they do that, then count the 20s. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 goes in. There's 5 20s in 100, 20, 120, 140, 160, 180. So there's 9. And what's left? 7/20. They might ask you to do that. Okay. And actually, I want to show you just how to check it just in case. Okay. Here's the check. To do a check in math, you plug it in. Actually, write the original equation first. U minus 3/4 equals 8 3/5. Okay. You write the original equation and then you substitute the value you found. 187 over 20 minus 3/4. And we're asking a question. Is this equal to 8 3/5? So we need to get a common denominator on this side. So that is 20. So we're going to multiply this fraction by 5 over 5, which is just another form of 1. Okay. And we are going to get negative 15 over 20. And we are going to get 187 over 20. We just carry it down. Okay, carry it down. Equals, does it equal 8 3/5? Did we do this problem correctly? Well, 187 minus 15 is 100. And what is it? I'm sorry, I got distracted there for a second. I was looking over the problem and I was like, okay, 187 minus 15. 7 minus 5 is 2. 18 minus 1 is 7. 172, is that correct? Let's see. Yep, that's correct. Over 20. Okay, 172 over 20. And then what is this? Is that going to be equal to 43/5? Right? I changed it to simple fraction. Well, let's reduce it. Okay, we need to get this down to fifths again. Sorry, I'm going back up here. So we're going to get fifths, which means we're divide by 4. We're going to divide the top by 4. 172 divided by 4 goes into 74. And 16. Okay, and we get 43/5. 43/5 equals 43/5. I only did that. I only did that because 187/20 just seemed really like a crazy answer. So I thought I would check it to see if I was correct. And indeed I am correct, because look, you plug it in and you get a true statement. Am I requiring you to do this? No, but do I expect you to be able to? Absolutely. Okay, next one. Additive property of equality with sign fractions. So this is basically the same thing. We are just dealing with a fraction. I'm going to show you two ways. Okay, the first way is just using your brain with fractions and not being afraid of them. So if you are okay with fractions and you want to add 8/9, by all means, live your life. You do it. Okay. If you show your work like this, by the way, you need to draw a line saying equals. Okay. And this is 2/1. You need to get a common denominator, which is going to be 9. So we get -18/9 on this side. Actually, I'm going to erase this so I can write it better. Okay, -18/9 plus 8/9 is equal to u. Okay. Notice, keep your equal signs in line, and then these cancel. Get it? And now we just need to combine these, which is going to be 10/9. Again, I don't know how Alex wants it. It might want you to put -1 and 1/9. I don't know. I like it better like this. This is algebra. This is pre-algebra. So I'm not sure. Okay, what's going on? By the way, not by the way, but here's the second way. -2 is equal to u minus 8/9. Now, if you wanted to use the LCD method, well, these two are over 1. So what would you multiply everything by? 9. 9 is the LCD. So we're going to do that. We're going to go 9 times -2 equals u times 9. Actually, you know what? I'll put it in the front because might as well just put it in the front right away. Okay, 9 times u minus 9 times, there we go, times 8/9. Okay. Okay, the reason why we did this is because look at, boom, that gets rid of the fraction and we no longer have a fraction. We go -18 equals 9u minus 8. Okay, the 9's cancel here. All right, and then you just solve the problem. Add 8 to both sides, and you're going to get -10 equals 9u. That's ugly u. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's try that. Let's make it better. Okay. And we're going to solve for u. So what do we want to get rid of? The 9. It's multiplying. So we divide. Get away. Go away. Go away. Why are you there? There we go. Okay. So u is equal to -10. Same answer. You guys, same answer, different methods. Choose which way you like best. All right, next one. This one is different. You guys notice the difference here? Check it out. This one has a subtraction. This one has a subtraction. So it might have an addition and subtraction. This is actually a proportion. Do you see that? So take a look at your problem first and realize what you have. In this case, we don't have a situation that we're not in the same situation as the other one. This is actually a little bit easier. Okay, I'm going to show you two ways for this. The simplest way, which is to get rid of a fraction like this, you can multiply by the reciprocal. When you have this situation, multiply by the reciprocal. How is this different? This is a proportion. Okay, when you have this situation, it's 42/1. So basically, to get rid of this 7/6, the fastest way, if you understand this, is to multiply by the reciprocal. See, the 6 will cancel, the 7 will cancel, and you will just get y equals, and then you can multiply 42 times 6. That's how we multiply fractions. Multiply numerator, multiply the denominator, or you can divide. You can go 7 goes into 42 6 times, and then multiply your fractions because now we have a 1 on the bottom, so now we have whole numbers. Oops, I didn't do that right. Yeah, there we go. Let's put that one there. All right. And then now we're going to multiply across. Y is equal to 36. Okay, you could plug it in. 7 times 36 over 6. We're plugging it in for y, asking the question, is that equal to 42? Well, 6 goes into 6, 36, 6 times, 7 times 6 is 42. So yes, that works out. All right, here's the way we learned today, which is to multiply by the LCD. So you have 7y over 6. This is the way I did it my whole life. I never learned to multiply by the reciprocal because I was scared of it, which is kind of stupid. I just would multiply by the 6 on both sides to get rid of it. And then you get 7y equals 42 times 6. 6 times 2 is 12, 25, 252. And then you divide by 7 to get rid of the 7. I'm not explaining all of that because it's sort of, I think at this point we've done this, so we're expecting you to know this, how to solve a simple equation. So 7 goes into 25 3 times. Did I multiply that right? Oh yeah, the answer is 36. I was like, why am I getting a 3? Okay, there's 21. 7 goes into 25. 3 times equals 21. So there's 4 left over. 7 goes into 42. 6 times 36. Same answer, different method. Okay? And that's it for these first notes.